let's go ahead and head over to the gym. Today is legs, biceps, and forearms. So we're in for a busy one. Now, leg days are one of those days where you almost have to mentally prepare after every single set because man, does it tax your whole body. I am not kidding. Every time I do leg day, I have to rethink while I'm there or why I'm there. That's what I'm trying to say. Because man, leg day is just so brutal. Now that doesn't mean that we're gonna be excluding leg day from our routine now. Even though it's hard, we gotta put in the work, and we've been making some steady progress. So if let's say you are someone that skips leg day, or maybe you don't skip that often, but maybe you skip it here and there, try to throw it in more consistently, or at least try to throw it in twice a week and thank me later, man. You're gonna be super excited when you have some crazy quads, have a bunch of tree trunks for your legs. Man, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want it? Plus, even if you're not ready for summer now, it's not too late to start. I think a lot of the times when it comes to either losing weight, bulking, or cutting, we tend to sometimes kind of postponing, kind of just drag it out sometimes instead of just kind of going straight forward. Like for example, when it comes to New Year's resolutions, I think it's important to kind of start before the New Year's because if you're putting so much emphasis on the New Year and then let's say things don't go right, you're gonna be like, I shouldn't even do it. But if you already tried before, then you already kind of had a routine. That whole New Year resolution thing is not gonna be as crazy for you, and it's already a routine for you. You don't have to really worry about that. You're kind of already made it a routine for yourself, so don't wait. Don't wait because making a routine can be sometimes a little bit difficult, just depending on your lifestyle, depending on your responsibilities. But try to figure out a routine that works best for you, so that way you can make as much gains as possible. And that's kind of how it started off with us. We were going at around the craziest times, man, at night, in the morning, or whatever it might be, just so we can get our sessions in. But then I kind of got tired of that because I felt like I was always going at random times, and so I was like, you know what? I need to create a steady schedule. I need to actually like plan things out. And does that make things so much easier, right? Who would have thought that planning things out makes things so much easier and actually creating and having a routine? For example, going on a walk in the morning, that already kind of became a routine. If let's say I don't do my walks in the morning, then I'm going to do a big old walk at night. And what if I don't have time? What if I get back and I have to do some work or whatever it might be? I have to get back, feed the cats and things like that. So I kind of already built that routine, which is good. Now, with all the experience and everything, there can be some times where your routine can get messed up. Maybe it's mom's birthday and you got to go hang out with your mom or whatever it might be. You can still change it up, and it kind of comes with experience. You can change your routine around a little bit. Maybe the day before you throw in those muscle groups that you were supposed to throw in that day you're gonna miss. Different little things that you can do to change things up that won't affect your training, but that you can utilize even though let's say things got a little screwed up. Try to manage it a little bit and try to get those sessions in so you can continue to stack them, because remember, these gains don't come from one day to another. They come from stacking your sessions, and they come over time, and it comes from putting in the work. And we only know how much work we're putting in. Obviously you guys are seeing all the work we're putting in because we're showing you guys the entire workout basically, and kind of how it gets done, so you can kind of see what the intensity kind of looks like. You can kind of gauge what the routine looks like and see kind of what works for you. But that's just to say, when it comes to routines and everything, I think it also can go both ways. When someone has a routine and it kind of goes sideways, that's why I kind of mentioned it, and things kind of get in the way or whatever it might be, try to manage it, try to change things around. Nothing is set in stone or anything. You can modify things, obviously, if they're in your control. If they're outside of your control, then just skipping a day is not going to hurt you. So try not to be too hard on ourselves, or try not to be too hard on yourself. And I have to also take that advice from myself as well, because it's a little bit harder said than done. No, it's a little bit easier said than done. Sorry, I thought about it real quick and I was like, wait, never mind. Uh, but yeah, it's so funny because messing up just messed up my whole train of thought, and I completely forgot what the hell I was talking about. I was just talking about just trying to stay consistent. I think that's just the ultimate goal, and I've been seeing a lot of folks talking about consistency, which is good because consistency is, I think, is the number one thing. Consistency, and then comes food. And I think I'm just gonna keep saying that for you guys, because some folks can sometimes find excuses to, let's say, not go to the gym. They're like, I don't want to go. Um, I just got back from this thing. I don't know if I should go. We can make it happen. If you really want to make it happen, you're gonna make it happen. Like, for example, with Jasmine, if she needs me to do something later that day, then I'm like, okay, then maybe I have to wake up extra early, do a walk extra early, and then go to the gym a little bit early, so that way I can have extra time to do that. Or if I have a work event or whatever that might be, I try to manage it around my time and everything. And being able to manage your time in the first place, and that kind of just circles back, being able to manage your time more efficiently is from creating a schedule. You won't be able to manage your time if you don't have a schedule, because what time are you managing if you don't have it? If you don't have a steady thing, how are you going to manage your time? You're just going to be doing things kind of like spontaneously out of nowhere. So it kind of comes full circle where I'm talking about when it comes to building that routine. And then once you build that routine and everything, you can kind of mess around with it and try not to be hard on yourself. Because I kind of say that from experience, because whenever things used to in the past mess up the routine or whatever, it would sometimes kind of mess up a little bit of the mood or whatever. Sometimes it can mess up your lift, because you're thinking that like you gotta hurry up or whatever. But after some time, I started to realize not to be hard on myself, and realize, man, honestly, if you're going in there and you're going hard, you're fine. You're fine. Even if it's for 30 minutes, even if it's for 40 minutes, I'm going to get in there and I'm going to still put some work in. Even if it's not the full extent of what I wanted to do, at least I got some work in there and I went in there, went hard. And then I'm going to go do whatever responsibilities I got to do. But just change things around, and try not to be hard on yourself whenever it comes to the gym and everything. Because when it comes to cheat meals and things, I think over time I also started to realize how cheat meals aren't bad. And the fact that we call them cheat meals too is kind of crazy, because we make ourselves already from the start feel bad about eating it. And when I started my fitness journey back in college, man, having a cheat meal for me was almost detrimental. It almost felt like I was going to lose all my gains, and that's the wrong way of going about it. And now that I feel like I'm more mature when it comes to the gym and everything in progress, that I kind of found a middle ground. I found kind of what works for me, and I get to really mess around with everything. And that kind of just came from experience. And now I can actually be less focused on. Now I feel like I created good habits where I'm not over focusing on little things, and instead I'm kind of thinking about the big picture and what I'm really aiming for. And those cheat meals and everything are not gonna kill your progress, man. They are not gonna kill your progress. I'm telling you, even if you're on a cut now, I'm not gonna tell you start going crazy on a cut. I'm not gonna say that now. I'm not gonna say that, because if you are going on a cut and your ultimate goal is to lose weight, having cheat meals is only gonna just prolong that. It's only gonna make it a little that journey a little bit longer. So if you're setting yourself for certain goals as well, like cutting and stuff, I'm not saying go crazy now. I'm not saying go crazy. Still follow your goals, still follow your plans. And if you're paying like a coach or something, let's go ahead and follow those plans. We don't want to start derailing and stuff, mostly because you're paying a coach. So really focus on what works for you. I think that's kind of the ultimate message, I would say. And yeah, I like going on tangents sometimes. So you'll see me talking, and a lot of the times when I mess up on talking or something, I start getting hella like into the conversation. I lose my train of thought. And I feel like it's because I'm so excited to talk about something that it just kind of like, I don't know what it is, but I just lose my train of thought sometimes. And that sometimes happens during the car talk. So you guys will often see me kind of messing up throughout them, because it's just, I'm just so excited to continue to talk about whatever the hell I'm talking about. But you know what's so funny? We haven't even fully talked about what we're planning on doing today at the gym because I just started going off on tangents. But today we're going to be doing hack squats, hopefully. So we're going to be starting off with hack squats. Jasmine's going to split off a little bit once we get to the gym. She's going to also do legs, but she does a little bit of a different variation. So she does things like glute bridges or things like that, or the which was the glue one too, where you kind of like push up hip thrusts. There you go. I couldn't think of the movement, but she does like hip thrusts and things like that. She also really likes the Smith machine for like squats and glutes and things like that. So she kind of prefers it over the hack squat as well. So you'll see her a little bit more on that one, and so she splits off. She's gonna go do some legs. I'm gonna do some legs as well. Mine's a little bit more quad focused, and then we kind of meet up around the adductor, and then around the calves, and we do calves together. So Jasmine kind of doesn't do his calves as much, just because her calves are so fucking big, man. She was blessed. She was blessed with Filipino calves. I don't know if you're Filipino, there's such a thing, man. There is such a thing. Filipinos have the craziest fucking calves. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but they be walking around with some motherfucking big ass turkey legs. And then me, man, I've been working them up. I'll be pounding them, but I think I made some progress. I'm not even gonna lie. My calves do look a little bit better than before, and we've also been going up in weight and also keeping that control and everything. So I think we're making some steady progress now. I'm not expecting some fucking massive like bowling balls now because it takes time, but hopefully over time we start to see a significant difference. Now we're gonna continue to pound them and pound them. We usually do them 2 times a week as well, and that's usually during our quad days. And then we're gonna move over maybe to some leg press. We either do one leg press, and then we move over to some leg extensions. But overall, we're gonna be doing 6 sets of legs, and then 3 to 4 sets of adductors, and then 3 to 4 sets of calves, and then we move over to some biceps. Now for biceps, I'm thinking we're gonna keep it pretty basic. I'm thinking we're just gonna do 2 movements, man. Honestly, with biceps, I feel like you don't have to overcomplicate it, and a lot of the times people overcomplicate biceps. But I think just sticking to 2 movements, maybe one in front of your body, one behind your body, is really all you need. Take them bad boys to like failure. Do 7 sets. You're done. Maybe 6. You're solid. So I think that's what we're gonna be doing today. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. And then we're gonna also include some forearm. Now we're not gonna be including forearms or the sets just because I want to make the video any longer than it needs to be. So we're gonna see us for the pump check after we finish with biceps. Anyways, the pre-workout's kicking in. I can already feel it a little bit on my cheeks. And now I'm not talking about the cheeks down there. I'm talking about my cheeks right here, because this one time I was looking at a clip from mine, and I was saying that I felt the pre-workout in my cheeks, but I didn't like put it into context. So it just sounded so weird, man. It sounded so weird, and I just started laughing. I was telling Jasmine about it, but I feel it around my cheeks and then on my ears sometimes. It's an interesting feeling. I won't lie. Okay. Anyways, let's switch over now to the gym. Let's see. Cross your fingers that we get the hack squat. Now, while Jasmine practices a little bit, I'm gonna set up, maybe do 2 warm-ups. Yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna go for 2 plates today, hopefully. See how it goes. Last time we did, I think, a plate in 40, and it was pretty good. So we'll see how it goes today. I'm feeling pretty well rested. I think we'll be fine. Okay. I think for our second warm-up, this sets in. One more. Okay. You saw Jasmine go. It's our turn. Now, I think we're gonna go for 2 plates. Let's put this up real quick, and then we'll start. I have a saddle for you. Let's do our first set. Now, after we got this machine, you guys remember? Oh, no worries, brother. You can go through. Sorry about that. No worries. All right. After the first time, remember when we did this? We did 45 and 25, and it felt like it was like the hardest fucking weight ever. And so we've been slowly kind of moving up. Now that we're kind of getting used to this specific machine, so this is our first time trying the 245s. Hope for the best. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna have Jasmine here to spot us just in case. But let's go fucking hard. I don't want to start. This is gonna be a tough one. Help me with these two. All right, we're gonna have Jasmine help us with these two. Okay. We did 3, right?
Yes.
Okay. We did 3 on our own. So that just kind of sets a goal for us. So next time we fucking hit this again, we're fucking hitting it for 4 or 5. I'm not kidding. So for this one, let's drop down for maybe 35 and hit it for a solid 6 to 7. I think that'll be good. All right, Jasmine's turn. All right, let's do our second one. For this one, we're gonna do 45 and 35. Let's see how many we can get. Worst case scenario, we end up doing 45 and 30 and see how many you get with that. Okay, we dropped a total of 20 pounds because before we're doing 245s, we dropped 10 on each side, so 12 of 20. Let's hit this 35. Hopefully we can get a solid, I don't know, 6, maybe 7 is what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. There's this one. Let's drop straight with the 25s. Let's get at least 2 to 3 more. That's it. Okay. That's our third one now. We're gonna try to get these. I don't even know. A solid 7, maybe 8, maybe even 6. It just kind of depends, man. Once you start going slow and controlled, man, sometimes you don't even know. You're like deep into the set. This feels so fucking heavy. I'm gonna take maybe another minute and we'll start up. All right. Oh my. Man, today's one of those days. Fuck. I think though, we can do a nice little drop set with these. Nice little drop set. Maybe hit it for maybe 4. Pause a little bit at the bottom. Okay. Let's move on. Okay. We found our trusty little seat extender here. I think for today, 3 sets of the hacks are pretty solid, and I think 3 solid sets of these will be pretty good. Let's go pretty hard on this first set, or honestly on all of them, but let's be careful at the same time. We don't want to rip a quad now. Justin might join us. Just kind of depends on how fast she does her butt routine. But we'll see. I think for this first one, we're gonna start off with, I think 215. We'll do it some good. I'm gonna take maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll start up. That was good. Now, we need every single fucking set to feel just like that. So, I think for this next one, we're going to drop down just a tiny bit. From the 215, I think we're going to drop the 10s. Do 205. Try to get them as slow as controlled as that one. See how that goes. Let's do it. Let's get maybe 6, 8. We'll see. All right. I think we're going to have to pause at that. That fucking hurt. That's it. Now, I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to give you guys a bit of a close-up on this next one. Make sure this thing's on me. There we go. Let's do our last set of these. I think we're going to do 205. Try to get at least a solid 6, 7, and see how it goes. And then I'm going to go grab the adduction. But I won't be recording that, so I think after this clip, you guys will see some biceps. See how it goes. I should be fine. It doesn't actually fall. Oh, this thing? Yeah, that's it. There you go. Let's change the weight. What can you lock?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're done. We are fucking done with quads. Let's go do some adduction and some calves. I'll see you guys for some biceps though. You guys are lucky. Let's do our first set of these actually. What I'm gonna do after this one is I'm gonna do a quick set of calves just because we have one more set left, but this machine was open, so why not grab it while it's open? And then because the leg machines are a little bit less popular, those are never taken, so I can just go back. So we have one more adduction and one more calves. We'll see what we end up doing. We're gonna do these front ones for hopefully 53. Try to go hard. Hopefully get 6, 7. We'll see. That was good. I think we can do one more 53 or one more 50. And then we either stick to 50 or 47. We'll see. It's Jasmine's turn. I think on the third one is where I'm going to move down to 50 just to give me a little bit more leverage. But let's try to match it. If not, let's get at least 6. All right. We matched it. For sure on the third one, we're going to have to drop down to 50. Ooh. Stop, look. Hold on. I need to stop looking at myself. Okay. Let's do our third one. Let's hit this bad boy for 50. See how it goes. Now after this one, I'm thinking we're just going to do some behind the hand work. Just kind of go it this way. I think we'll be pretty good with that. We either might do them two at the same time and just standing. I think I'll be pretty good. That was good. Let's change the angle now. We're going to do 3 more. Let's do our last one. Now, I've been telling you guys, we're going to be keeping these pretty simple. When it comes to biceps, I don't think you should overcomplicate them. Honestly, you only need 2 exercises that you really like. You can either do some front work, this way. What the fuck am I talking about? This way, or this way. And that's really all you need. Now, if you see someone doing some fancy ass workouts, they can work. But if you stick to the basics, you'll be fine. So we're gonna take these 20s. We're gonna do some back of the body work, see how that goes. Take on the failure, and worst case scenario, we move down little by little as we kind of go through our sets. But let's go hard. Let's start with our left. That's the weaker one. Let's get 7 on right now. Yeah. 2 more dips like that. That last one felt fucking heavy. Let's still start off with our right. Give you guys a little bit of an angle change. Let's try to get at least a solid, what, 7, maybe 8. Ooh. Let me play some music. Nothing's been playing this whole time. Let's get some out right. I changed my mind. Let's do them both at the same time. Or one at the same time. Let's go 17. We'll do it this way. We get the same on the right. Okay. We're done. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do some forearms for maybe 3 sets, something like these, and then these. I'll see you guys for the pulls on up next. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what kind of damage we did. Let me put this here, or else I'm gonna hit myself. There it goes. Okay. Let's take a look at the pump check on top, and then we'll look at the bottom a little bit. Let's push it a little bit more back, actually. It's way better. I don't know about you guys, but the legs. Nice. Nice. Take a look at the legs a little bit more. I think things are looking pretty juicy. Take a look at the back. See how things are looking too. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's go home. I have around 1,200 calories to play with, so we have quite a bit of food to chip down a little bit, which is nice. Usually I have a little bit of problems when it comes to controlling my eating on Sundays because I don't have that black block off from coming to the gym. And coming to the gym, I'm not even thinking about food. And what's that's like 2 hours. And so it's 2 hours that I'm not thinking about food. And so when you add those to Sundays on my rest days, I end up binging and I eat my calories way before late at night. And then I find myself in some predicaments where I'm hella hungry at like 10 and I already finished all my food. So I gotta plan better on my off days. Anyways, today was a good day. We're gonna continue to go hard. We're gonna continue to get better at that hack squat. We're gonna continue to get these gains for quads. Let's take one more better look and then we'll finish because the gains, you can never stop looking at them. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. The gains are just too nice sometimes. Too happy with the results, I'm not even gonna lie. Look at these things, man. All right, that's it. Let's go home. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some chest, some triceps, and some hamstrings. Remember, stay consistent and don't skip your cardio. Now, I would say today is one of those lifts that most people are skipping. Don't be one of those people who are skipping leg day. Just make sure you're throwing them into your routine. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.